Look how beautiful this peach tree is. Look at all the little pink flowers here. This tree here is actually a little bit late. The other trees that I have already flowered and the peaches are coming out already, but this peach tree here is still flowering. It's really pretty. So let me show you the other side where the other tree has the peaches coming out but no flowers anymore. Here we are enjoying the peach trees. You can see here there are no flowers anymore. You only see green. But if you get close by, you will see the peaches coming out of the flowers. Look at that. If you get really close, you can see here how the peaches are starting to form. Look how tiny that one is. And actually there are plenty of them. You can see them growing here. You can see them growing right up there, right here. And if you get close enough, you'll see that some branches really don't have anything, like this one here. But other branches have several. Look at that. Look at this branch here. This branch here has a ton. Look, one there, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And if you keep going, only in this branch, look at that, so many. Only here we can count what, I don't know, 15 or so in one tiny little branch. Imagine how many there are in this forest. So this is a Panamint nectarine that we just planted this year. We bought this a month and a half ago, and you can see we already have a few flowers. Some of the flowers are already drying up and hopefully they will get us some fruit. But you can see here that the flowers, they look very much like the peach flowers because they are the same family. So let's hope that we get some nectarines this year. And here we have our plum tree. Look at this. How beautiful the flowers are right now in the spring. The bees are flying around, pollinating, and these beautiful flowers hopefully will become fruit. So yeah, you see a lot of flowers here, and the leaves are just starting to come in. You see here a few leaves, but mostly we have flowers. Very beautiful. This is our burgundy plum. So let's hope to have a big crop this year. And over here, if you come this way, you see our Asian pear tree. And this is a grafted tree, and you can see a few flowers already. We have actually 4 types of Asian pears right here. Each branch is a different type of pear tree. So you can see here I have a few flowers for this type, a few flowers of this type, and the other 2 types are just coming out with leaves. It's still a very young tree, so let's hope that it will produce some later on. And look at how the peach tree is looking right now. The branches are all bending down because the peaches are so heavy. Look at these guys here. There's several just right here. But the whole tree is beautiful now. The flowers are gone, but the peaches are in. And on this side here, I have my banana tree, which is looking pretty nice now that the weather is much warmer. And on this side here, behind my tomato plant, I have my papaya tree. This papaya tree here you saw in other videos, and now the papayas are growing, so I'm hopeful that this year will produce nicely. Now this orange tree here that I have right here on this side of my backyard was a gift from my neighbor 3 years ago. And now it's looking nice and pretty big actually. Last year it produced maybe around 10 oranges. This year there were lots of flowers, but the winds were so strong that the little buds that were starting to come out, most of them fell. And I have a few oranges still growing, but I'm hopeful that in the next few years it will produce much more. Now in this chaotic little area of my backyard where I have a shade for the squash that is going right there, I have my fig tree. It was looking pretty good, but the leaves are starting to burn. I think the sun is really too hot these days, or maybe I'm not watering enough, one of those. But there is fruit growing, so I'm very excited. This is the second year it's producing. The figs are very small for now. Maybe they will grow a little more in the summer, so we'll be able to harvest. But it does smell like fig, and that's really good. So here's the corner with the banana tree, the papaya trees right here, and all the way in the corner right there, all the way to the top, that one there is a loquat tree that I planted from seed. It's growing pretty fast actually, and I'm excited to see the fruit in the next few years. On this side, I also have this huge peach tree that is actually only 2 years old, and it grew so fast that it's actually providing nice shade right there. Hidden almost below this peach tree that is also growing super fast, I have this strawberry guava tree. This one here doesn't really grow tall. It grows, the branches like to grow to the side and then bend down, so you can see here how it's bending down. It hasn't really produced anything in the last 2 years, but hopefully in the future it will. The leaves are looking pretty good, so I'm excited about that. So here on the side of the house, I have this loquat tree that is looking very nice, very lush. The green, the leaves are beautiful. It hasn't produced, but you know, usually they say it takes a few years to produce. But here it is. And right here behind the roses, I have a pomegranate tree, which is growing. Look, one here, another one here, and there's another one on the other side, and one that I'm protecting here with this plastic container just to make sure the squirrels won't eat at least one of them. Here in the front of the house, we have our plums. You remember the white flowers? There were lots and lots of white flowers, but now we have plums growing. Look at this. They're looking very nice. Some of them are getting very dark, others are not so dark yet, but we'll still wait a couple weeks to see how they will get. And then over here we have our persimmon that didn't really produce this year, so maybe next year. And this way we have Asian pears. We have here 4 different types of Asian pears. You can see here one is growing pretty big, and we have another type right here, 2 of them. They're small, but the leaves are looking nice, so this is also very exciting. And on this side here we have a cherry tree, which hasn't produced, but cherries are slow anyway. And another fig tree, which this one is looking very nice. The leaves are looking good. And we have 1 fig or 2 figs growing up there. So this is a very young tree. We just planted it this year, so hopeful for the next season. Here we have what is this again? An aprium, which is a mix of an apricot and a plum, called aprium. So yeah, and that's basically it. All the fruit trees that we have out here in our yards. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to the channel and enjoy your garden.